And one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belschnickel the Priest, and Navox.
And Cuddles the Brewmaster.
It's about to get real.
Welcome to episode 67 of the Converted Podcast, the podcast for the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is October 12th, and we would like to thank you for tuning into our show. I am, of course, Cuddles, and with me this evening is the lovely Salmisis.
In this episode, we have the one, the only Berzerker. We getting ready for BlizzCon, y'all. Nate and Turrets are here with the guild hats, and wait, where is Belschnickel?
Belschnickel is dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
But not really, he's not dead at all. He's not dead.
Belsch appears to have been pulled by Earl, the IRL boss, this evening. So, folks, you got the two of us. And I would like to give a big welcome and a hearty hello to our wonderful chat room. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hi, chat room. And for all of our listeners out there on iTunes and Stitcher, hello, hi, howdy, and welcome to all of you. But Sal, how are you? Where are you? Like, every time we get on this show, you have a different background. Are you just moving around in one place, or are you somewhere special and exotic?
I have been coming at you live from Waxahachie, Texas. Not special and exotic. I'm in like a back room in my sister's house. Last week I was in Portland, and now I'm in near Dallas. And the week before that I was in New York City. And yeah, I'm sitting on the floor right now. If you had any doubts about like where I am, I'm like in the back of the house. What's a hoozy? Waxahachie is where I grew up, ladies and gentlemen, and that is where I am. I'm visiting family. I'm on my vacation, but I'm here with you.
Hold on. You grew up in Texas. I feel like you don't wear enough cowboy hats for somebody that like grew up in Texas.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. Well, you couldn't tell I grew up in Texas? That's great.
Oh.
But that's where I'm here now. And so like last week I was in Portland, right? And the Portland meetup happened. And we had a good time. We went to a video game bar. That's way cooler than like Dave and Buster's could like ever be. We played a bunch of pinball. I got schooled in Mortal Kombat. Yes, it was really good, and I liked it a lot, and we had fun. So, we had representatives of the Banana Republic raid team in Convert to Raid, so it was really cool. And then a couple of people like met there that had never like actually met in person. They would raid together every week, but they'd never like seen each other face to face or like shaking each other's hand. So
awesome.
It was really cool to help like facilitate that, you know. A couple of members of the Banana Republic getting to actually like give each other a hug. That was cool.
Oh, that's great. Was everybody that came from the Portland area? Did you have anybody come from like crazy, like wild, like did anybody fly in from Finland or something nuts like that?
Not this time, Cuddles. No. It was always a very, very casual thing. I was working. I was in Portland on a business trip, and I had an evening where I didn't have everything planned, and we met there. So no one flew in from anywhere.
Oh.
No, it was perfect. We had a really lovely time.
That's great. Was the dream of the 90s alive in Portland?
It kind of is.
Okay.
It kind of is. And West Coast and all of that. It took me a week to get unjet lagged, and then I went back to New York immediately. But I want to know about you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. I had a little bit of a rough week, admittedly. Had a couple of IRL things going on. Won't dive into that. If anybody follows me on Twitter, you probably saw it. But hey, I'm coming out the other side thanks to this amazing community. Like, really wrapped their arms around me. I'm doing great. Got to play some heroes last night with some CTR members. Got to do my rating thing this weekend. It's been a wonderful couple of weeks. And what we got like BlizzCon. I think I saw somebody, Dev posted it's 24 days away.
Yes,
Are you kidding me?
It's playing. Yes, it's like 3 weeks away. And what are we? I can't believe I'm going to be on another plane. So going back to New York, and then I would go to LA, back to the West Coast, and it's just never going to stop. It's not going to stop. Yeah, BlizzCon. Hashtag well played party.
Yeah.
Hashtag CTR.
What?
Hashtag Kinsman. Never go full Kinsman.
Hashtag body shots of sushi. No.
No. Not,
Hashtag
that
what happens at BlizzCon doesn't happen on the converted.
I'm not going to talk to you ever again or tell you anything. It's the thing. Chat room, so nothing Cuddles ever says is true.
No, Cuddles is...
Can we please move on to our next segment before I strangle you?
We could. We're going to do that. Okay, we're going to do that now. It is our absolute pleasure to have the most legendary warrior in Convert to Raid on the show tonight. Now, before we talk about who he is, we got a little clip that we want to play for you guys. Just give me 1 second. Let me cue this up for you.
Here the forces stand from all around the world, waiting in formation to hear the battle shout. All are gathered here. Victory is near. The call will fill the citadel. Power to us all. They will fight in Ice Crown to battle for the light. Standing proud amongst them, Berzerker joined the fight. He alone was burdened with his father's final words. Seek a life of honor, the whispered plea still heard. Raiders everywhere, raise your swords into the air. Berzerker, warrior of the world. Thunder claps from the sky, sworn to fight and die. Berzerker, warrior of the world. Undead hordes await him, but they will never win. He swore he would seek vengeance for the lives of his kin. He'll bring our thus destruction, suffering, and pain. And with the silent Senate, we are here to end your reign. You stand there in defiance. Resist us if you can. With dreams to be a king, first one should be a man. I call you out and charge you with a life that is a lie. And in your final hour you shall confess before you die. Raiders everywhere, raise your swords into the air. Berzerker, warrior of the world. Thunder claps from the sky, sworn to fight and die. Berzerker, warrior of the world. Berzerker fell in battle with brothers who fought by his side. A warrior to the core, and to his fury he must abide. I must stand and be strong I must fight through all of the lies. The light surrounds him and it commands to rise.
Champions of the light.
Raiders everywhere, raise your swords into the air. Berzerker, warrior of the world. Retribution is at hand. Earth is wiped from the land. Berzerker, warrior of the world.
That's right. Tonight we have the wonderful, the legendary Berzerker on the show. Let's see if we can get him in here.
That is the greatest song ever written and heard by man, woman, or beast.
Berzerker, welcome back to the show. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me. And man, I can't get enough of that song. I was jamming out to it in my truck on the way home today, and I was like, yes, this is the greatest ever. Oh, it's like constant repeat. I have it in every jukebox in Northern California. Snuck it in. 25 cents, you can hear that, baby.
So,
oh, Lord.
So for those of us that might not know, myself included, what the hell was that?
So, as you may or may not know, I am the self-appointed mascot of BlizzCon for this fine program. And as it was 2 years ago, we had a little bet, Sal and I, over what the fate would be of the next expansion and whether the Dark Below, as we all remember that fine name that floated through the internets, whether that was legitimate or not. I said that it was not. Sal and I think a co-conspirator believed that it was. The bet being that the loser would have to make some sort of tribute song video about the triumphant winner. And as you can tell by that sweet song and video you just watched, I was indeed the winner because the Dark Below ended up being whatever that was. Warlords of Draenor, my favorite title ever.
For the best expansion ever.
Totally. Unequivocally.
Okay, so yeah, I know you've said this before, but I would really like for you to mention it again on our podcast.
Okay.
Berzerker has a backstory, a really good backstory, some of which was touched on in the song that we just played. Perhaps you could tell us a bit about your backstory.
I'll keep it brief. But essentially, Berzerker was the son of a blacksmith in the capital city of Lordaeron, and was witness to the destruction by the Lich King and his army as they swept through Lordaeron and killed his father and all of these other people around him. And with his dying breath, he gave his son some words of encouragement and told him to go out there and, well, do what warriors do, and that's kill stuff and kick some ass. And the Lich King was the penultimate, ultimate, end-all, be-all fight of Berzerker's career, although somehow I'm still rating. But it was the one that I'm certainly the most proud about.
Oh, that's awesome. No, you... I love characters with a good backstory. Like, that's epic.
Yeah, you have to roleplay in game as you do in real life. You got to keep things interesting.
Right.
Stop. As you do in real life?
Yeah.
I was going to leave that
gotta
be.
spice things up, man. Oh.
Okay, we'll
It's
talk
not that
about
kind
that
of show, is it? Sorry.
It is now that Cuddles is on, unfortunately.
It's true. I thought your name was Critter at first. I'm really glad that it's Cuddles because I had like a whole bunch of like Critter jokes. Like coming into mind, and yeah, that's good. But
We can have Cuddle jokes, too.
Listen, before we get too far into it, I have to point out I am very disappointed that Belschnickel is not here because I wanted to really give him a fair amount of grief about this whole selfie stick video that I saw of him. I I was dumbfounded, and I really wanted him to explain himself, not in his car, but to my face. And
You know what? He's in the chat room right now.
Bell, I'm looking.
He is in the chat room. He's called Converted Podcast.
You have some splaining to do, Mr. Man.
Oh, is that you, Cuddles? Never mind.
He's not here
so
yet.
he's not here yet. Okay, I thought it was him.
He's on his
So
way.
yes, I do want to hear about the selfie stick explanation too, and I want him
Yeah.
to say it to your face.
Yes.
Last year he was able to say a bunch of stuff to your face because you were at BlizzCon.
Yes, I was. What an awesome trip that was. I'm not gonna go this year. Maybe some year in the future I'll go again. But I have rarely had as good a time as I had there. And going full Kinsman in the lobby bar at the Hilton. There is a 6-second clip of this somewhere where I'm standing on a table with sushi and we're just yelling stuff out, and I'm not even sure I can understand it. But that I couldn't talk. My romantic life partner Hannibal was with me the whole time, and he couldn't talk. He wasn't. He was out of it, and it was that whole weekend was just like a wrecked blur of awesomeness that I dare not try to repeat. But man, it was a lot of fun.
I can honestly say that you did go full Kinsman that night.
Yep.
Copper
I
Bolt
don't
in the
regret
chat
it.
room says she's got a video clip. There we go.
Yeah, post that bad boy.
It's not actually that bad. It's just you standing. Well, it's you and Sushi standing on a table shouting for the Alliance, and doing shots of whiskey.
Yeah.
Which is probably one of the tamer things that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. If you couldn't see the hot dog in the frame, then yeah, we definitely did not get the worst of it on that clip. That's for sure.
Never go full Kinsman, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you are pretty famous in the guild. Nate in the chat room says shouting is an understatement for what you were doing. You are famous in the guild for being a member of Convert to Raid's premier 25-man raid team, the very first one in Convert to Raid, the Salad Senate. Can you tell us about that?
Well, the Salad Senate, with Flex, whatever that nonsense is, we're no longer the premier 25 team because that doesn't really exist anymore. But we are, I think, at this point, the longest living raid team in CTR, or at least very near to it. And for those that don't know us, Salad Senate was born of the womb of two extraordinary shield maidens. One appearing on this program right now by the name of Sal. The other being one Copper Bolt, and formerly Sujin. And these two lovely ladies formed a team with the intention of having a sort of a lower key team. One night a week, going through, doing, whatever we could do. But as time has gone on, we've expanded. Now we're 2 nights a week. We've been doing that for some time. And we've really started to ramp up our play, particularly in the last few months. We've tried to become a little bit more of an elevated raid team. And that's part of my purpose for being here tonight, is that we are open for all applications. We are a very fun-loving group. I wouldn't have stuck around with a team this long if it was not fun. I've only been in charge for a few months. I think I'm doing okay. We're about to clear normals. Yes, that's where we are. We're not a bunch of elitist hardcore people, so just deal with it. But we do have a lot of fun. We are getting through it, and I'm very proud of my team, and I would like to welcome anyone within the sound of my voice to send in an application on the CTR website, talk to Copperbolt, talk to me, whoever you wish, because we'd love to see some new faces.
Copperbolt in the chat room says all of the DPS. All of it.
No.
Yes.
When do you guys raid then? What, like
We
2 nights,
raid-
8 nights a week? What are you doing?
We are Wednesday and Thursday nights from, 7 until 10. This is Pacific time because we are a Pacific Coast server, a West Coast server. So if you jump on and you're from the East Coast and you get tired, I have no sympathy for you in the last hour on Thursday night. And my team knows this, and anybody that wants to apply, now you know it too.
That's true, though.
So that's been our standard operating hours for 2 years almost now. No.
Yes. Well, how old is the guild? It's coming on 3 years.
Yeah. 3 years when? February?
February, yeah.
And I think the Salad Senate was founded the next month in March. So.
Do you know who could tell you for sure that date is Arts? She
Yes.
plans our anniversary things every year. February
Day.
14th is what Copperbolt says.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And Arts says no. January 20th.
Ooh.
And then Copperbolt says no, February 13th.
All I know is one of these ladies birthed this team, and I'm not going to argue with her. So whatever.
The team is Valentine's. The team is February 13th.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. So Copperbolt and Arts were having an argument in the chat room about two very different things. So in February, the Salad Senate will be 3 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Can you even imagine?
pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing when you think about, and I think we've all been there where we've had teams that were, formed and fell apart within weeks or months or whatever it is, and to find a really stable group for that length of time, because we essentially have the same core group of players this entire time. I've been very, very fortunate, and I think the rest of the team has too.
No, you guys have been around for almost 3 years now, and you've been a part of that team for that long. What are there any special memories, any really cool moments that stand out over the course of those 3 years? Especially if it involves somebody in the chat room doing something silly.
Oh, by far and away, if you want to see what is the epitome, the core of this team, and particularly Copperbolt, you have to watch our Garrosh kill. It is when you hear about a nerdgasm, that moment where it's like all of that pent-up rage and frustration, and you've been banging your head against a wall for months at a time on a fight. This was that one for us, but when we got that kill, there's some R-rated language on there, but you hear people just going crazy, and Copper is crying.
She's
in the
crying.
I mean, it's the greatest relief conquest moment ever, and I would rather avoid having to get to that point on any other fight in our future. However, the special nature of that moment and how we all shared it and felt it, I will never forget that as long as I live.
Right on. That's beautiful.
Copperbolt in the chat room seems to really appreciate you telling that story.
It was something special, and I think that any time we get through a tier or whatever it is, it's important, it's good to reach those milestones, but ones like that, you've really suffered. It's first world suffering. It's not like we're not eating, but really as a team, it was a challenge, and it tested the limits of whether or not this team could even survive, and we did. And here we are, standing tall, still today.
I remember.
Did you just national anthem us? Did we just get national anthem? Wow!
I have to get my son to sing that. I forgot the lyrics to that a long time ago. I just hum along.
Is that the national anthem? This is horrible. American education system here. I feel it's standing tall here still today. Our
Proud
flag still stands for freedom. And you can't take that anyway.
It's not the national anthem at all. It's played, next to it every time.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
At every laser light show that's ever been in Texas ever, that song is how it ends.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on from our ignorance of American folk tunes. So. Hey, so who all is on that team these days?
Oh my gosh.
No cheating.
Nope. No, I have to pull up our roster. I have a horrible memory. We have our leadership group, which is myself, Copper, Slick Rock, who is our angry dwarf that sits on a lawn in his lawn chair and tries to shoot the kids as they stroll on by. He's wonderful. He makes Eeyore look like the optimist of the year. But we love him dearly, and the team would not be the same without him. We have Branches, who is our heal lead at the moment, but he also DPSs because he's a badass, so that's cool. Saint, who's been around. He was the raid leader for a while, for a good long while actually. But IRL boss got in the way, so he's still with us as a raid lead, assist kind of thing going on, part of the leadership group. We have, like I said, Hannibal, who is my forever romantic life partner. We have, who do we have? Valadriel, she's been around with us for a long time. Who else? We got Chili. We've got what is Chili's full name? I never even know. It's just Chili. We've got some of the old holdovers like Sador, who used to be one of our tanks, and now he's one of our badass DPS. Still up in Dunhaven, our tanks, and they do stuff that frankly boggles the mind. I look at some of these tanking strats these days, and it makes gives me an ulcer. Blaze is one of our healers who's been around for a very long time. Gosh, the list goes on and on, really. And I don't want to keep rattling off names, but we have a very solid team, a very wonderful team. I love each and every member of them. So if I didn't mention your name, you can, send me a mail and hate on me or don't show up or whatever. But I do love you, really, honestly.
Slick Rock, though. Yeah. He picked me up from the airport in California last year.
He's a trip.
And yeah, he's my favorite of all things ever. And you're right about his optimism. It's like Slick Rock says we can't do it, so that means we can.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'm glad that he's on the team because he's one of these cats who has a very critical eye about everything, and you kind of need that. You need somebody that's not just taking things always at face value. Give you a little bit of perspective, which is what you need with a good team. Really, with a good leadership team, you need people to look at things from all angles. I think that's something that we have done very well, and I think it's one of the reasons for this team's success is that we try to bounce ideas off each other. There's not a lot of raging egos. I mean, mine's probably the worst, but everybody else kind of keeps me in check. And it's trying to be fair to the team, and that's really our central goal is what's best for the team. And I love the balance that we have.
All right. Well, was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we head into shout-outs?
Yeah, so you guys are the most loyal show to me. None of these other shows will have me on. So you are the only ones who will receive the exclusive announcement that I am now about to make. So at some point in the recent past, the gates of Valhalla opened and the gods spoke to me. And they said, Berzerker, you have a mission. You must bring your voice to the people of the world. And I am proud to announce that as of an hour ago, my new podcast, Unshackled Fury, is available on SoundCloud.
What?
Woo!
That's right. Full uncensored Berzerker glory. I'll be talking about all things Warcraft. I have a little 7-minute toe tip segment for you to kind of get a sample of what I'm about, but I'll be doing a show about every 2 weeks, and I'll be bringing it hot right to your door.
I had no idea you were doing that. Oh, that's amazing.
I don't think anybody knows until now, so you can go, you can check it out. I do warn you, it is very blue because that's how I roll. But I felt that there was a need to get a few things out there, to get my voice out there, to let the people know. There's a show out there for the everyday player, and I hope I can bring that to you. And if it sucks, well, then we'll strip it down, never hear of it again. But otherwise, I welcome anyone to join my Furian army, and let's take it down.
That is amazing.
I haven't told. The only person that knows is Hannibal because he heard my little sample show. But other than that, no one's heard it.
Wow. Wow, you heard it first here, folks. Breaking
Live,
news.
right here.
Wow.
And there's nowhere else I would want to break that than this fine show because you were the only show that I will continue to be loyal to. The rest of these shows, who, as I say in my little piece, preach to us from their ivory towers. Well, Their days are numbered.
I had no idea you were gonna say this at all. Do you have like a Twitter yet?
No, as of right now, you can just follow me at Berzerker Rage, which is my current Twitter. You can email at unshackledfuryshow@gmail.com if you want to send me some hate mail. But right now, it's just on SoundCloud as Unshackled Fury. We'll see how it goes. I admittedly am a complete novice. I don't know anything about this. I'm learning as I go, so, you know, you get what you pay for, I suppose. But we'll grow it. We'll keep it small. Start with what we know and see what happens.
Zerker, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. And just to give a heads up, typical rundown will be things like covering the news, and then maybe at the end we'll do a little erotic fan fiction reading.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Are you serious about that?
So down with this.
I am very serious about that. I have a piece picked out, and it may be presented in an unexpected fashion even. Who knows what I'll do? That's the beauty of it. Who knows what I will do?
That's awesome. Okay, well, Berzerker, I'm very happy that you have taken the plunge into podcasting. This makes me... This gives me joy.
Thank you.
And I want to tell you, if you ever need any help with anything technical or like podcasty or anything,
yes,
please feel free at any time to ask Cuddles anything you need.
I will.
I mean, leave me alone. Don't. I mean, if you want to call and chat about other shit,
yeah,
do that.
Really,
that's perfect. Cuddles, I'll put you on speed dial.
dude, really and truly, we have a little group me group. Nabox is in it. He and I kind of started it up. Got a bunch of CTR podcasters in there. Any questions you got, man? It's I can't wait. I kind of want to listen to this right now. Can we like take a break?
Like I wish we had like a sounder.
It's only 7
I don't know.
minutes.
I don't know. You probably want to save it for after the show because I don't know. You probably won't need a cigarette. It's not that bad, but it'll give you a flavor of what's to come. It's just a little preview.
Oh.
Okay. Well. Okay. Say the name of it again so we can all find it on SoundCloud.
It is called Unshackled Fury.
Unshackled Fury. Oh,
there is a link in the chat room. I will also have a link in the show notes. And we might just drop a tweet about it a little bit later.
That is crazy.
I'd appreciate that, and thank you, everyone. You know, like I said, it's this is not going to be for everyone. I will tell you that now, in the sense that you know, this is not a G-rated show, but I hope that it's something that speaks to everyone, that gives real opinions about the things that affect us in game. I've been around a long time. I've been playing since essentially BC dropped. And I think I have, you know, a good perspective on how things have changed and why. And I'd love to share it with the rest of you. And like I said, drop me an email, hit me up on Twitter, whatever. I'm open. There's no constraints to what we can do.
Erotic fan fiction. Well, Alessandra.
Sal is now writing one. That's what's going on in her head.
Says Berzerker can read the erotic outro fiction. Alessandra, you're going to have to listen to Berzerker's podcast, Unshackled Fury, on SoundCloud.
Alessandra doesn't listen to podcasts. She doesn't listen to any podcast. She listens to all the podcasts.
All of them. Only all of them.
And, you know, Copper makes a great point in that if you join the Salad Senate, you get 6 more hours of listening to me
totally
without
free.
no download required. It's all free. You know.
Wow.
And it's just as uncensored there.
That's true, though.
Probably more so.
Goodness gracious. Well, I don't even know how to handle this information and how we didn't, like, start with this. But now, while I'm trying to bring it in and wrap my head around it, I would like to know if you have any shout-outs.
I would like to, shout out again to my team, Salad Senate, and Copperbolt for keeping us running all these years. 2, I'd like to shout out to this show, Belschnickel. I honestly and sincerely love you. Sal, you too. You know it. Cuddles, we're new friends, and you seem all right. So
Oh, thank you.
I love you too.
Don't worry, you'll get to know me soon, and
how can you not love a guy like Cuddles? So I'd like to thank the show as a whole for always supporting me and letting me on, and doing stupid stuff. And anybody out there who I've ever raided with, and whether it's me or not, giving me the experiences and teaching me the lessons that I feel I've had to learn to get to a point where I feel confident enough to put my voice out there and to say something I believe in. And last but not least, my family, my wife and son have always been very supportive. My son, he's 4, so he's supportive of me just doing whatever and having a game to play so we can sit on my lap and kill flowers and stuff when you're leveling up a Draenei. But my family has always been very supportive of the things that I want to do, as nutty as they can be at times. And that includes Hannibal, my forever romantic life partner who has seen me through thick and thin in life and in game. It's good to know who your friends are, and I have few, but I love them and trust them most deeply. So thank you all for being there for me and continuing on this awesome journey that we're all on together.
I don't even, I can't even just wrap it. He was, wow.
We just end the show now.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
What else can we do?
Warriors are meant to be impactful. We run in, we just, blow everything up, then we run out and you can deal with the collateral damage.
How can they join the Salad Senate if they're looking to do that?
So the CTR Guild has a phenomenal website which you can look through, and there's a page specifically for teams, and the Salad Senate has a team page, and you can put your application there, and we will review it and tell us about yourself. If you want to join, what we'll do is if we review your application and you look pretty solid, we'll invite you in, have you do a trial, get a flavor for the team, and what we're like and how we do things. And if it's a good fit, welcome aboard.
Nice. Well, I can't say I have actually applied to the Salad Senate before. Copper shot me down hard.
Oh.
It's very stringent.
She was like, I've seen you play before. There's no way. Listen, Nub. No. You guys were actually, I think you were looking for a tank that could go heals or a healer that could go DPS. It just wasn't a good fit. So I'll be stalking you.
Okay, stalk away.
I'll be stalking you closely.
I am unafraid.
Right
okay.
on.
Thank you so much for coming on, and it's good to see you again.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to see you.
We do need to get Nate on now.
Okay, well, we love him too, so bring him aboard, and he can pick up where I'm leaving off.
Berzerker, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, sir.
Thank you.
Oh,
Berzerker.
As I cut him off. All right, let's go here.
And you even believe that news?
I know, right?
I had.
Absolute
Am I bigger
crazy
than you
talk.
again?
Yeah, that happened.
Okay, so you want to see something really big? I'm visiting my sister, right? So let's see. While we're waiting on, let's see. How do it? Oh my gosh, the baby's screaming. Come here. Here's the Gracie. How do I get her? It's impossible to use these things.
Oh, and it moved you to the wrong.
Oh. I'm trying to show everybody this bear dog. But it's not working. We're trying to get Nate on. And the baby's screaming.
Oh. And Nate is where Sal is supposed to be, so let's move the things. Sal's not here anymore. Nate, how are you doing, man?
I'm here.
I'm here. What's going on over there? I'm very confused.
That's okay. We all are.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can follow that, guys. I don't think I can follow Berzerker. That was too amazing.
It was, though.
That was some
really
absolutely incredible news.
The great news and the amazing storytelling and that voice. I can't do it. I'm just gonna sign up. I'm just gonna close my Skype now. I'm gonna retire from this segment like it's over.
Hey,
Well,
Just
now I
like
saw
Eric
you.
said.
I saw you bragging in the chat room that you might have something to say tonight.
I did, and then I kind of got blown out of the water by that announcement. So
she does. Do y'all see the bear dog?
that is a
Whoa!
large dog.
That is a serious.
She doesn't
legit
like
dog.
a camera because she thinks it's gonna take her soul. But hey, Gracie. Okay, so now let's hear from.
I
let's
like
hear
that
from-
that was a 3-minute setup for you to sit on the floor and pet the dog.
I've been sat on the floor all night. Okay. Okay, let's hear from Nate.
Yes, let's hear from Nate. Where did I put my... Seriously, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay, I got it. We're good. All right, another 2 weeks have come and gone, so let's talk about rating highlights. We've got Marginally Competent. They have managed to avoid Cormrock's grabby, gooey hands long enough to kill him on Heroic, and they moved to 3 of 13 Heroic. We've got Gorefiend, who bit off just a little more than he could chew against Blame the Hunter. They move up to 6 of 13 Heroic. We'll have more on them in just a little bit. I got a joke for you guys. What's the difference between Floyd Mayweather and Tyrant Valhari?
I don't know. What's the
No idea.
difference?
Nobody's beating Money Mayweather. Tyrant Valhari, on the other hand, Brotherhood of Fire for the win, 9 to Midnight, Team Chaos, and the Rady Brunch all beat normal Tyrant, while Facepole and Standard Dragon Protocol both scored heroic kills. All of those teams are either 10 or 11 of 13 on their respective difficulties. We have...
Oh, I
our good
get
friend
the joke.
Manaroth. Yeah, because he's on... Anyway. Good job. You did it. You did the thing. Manaroth. He lives, he dies, he lives again. And he dies again. As Salat Senate and Blame the Hunter both defeat normal Manaroth, while Get Off My Lawn and Rectified cleared heroic Manaroth. All of those teams are now 12 of 13 on those difficulties. And we've got a few teams who have completed their Hellfire Citadel progression by killing Archimond. Banana Republic and Project Failsauce have both defeated normal Archie, and Warfront has picked up their Ahead of the Curve achievement by downing heroic Archimond. And last but not least, Stoic enters the Mythic progression hunt by scoring their first kill on Mythic Hellfire Assault.
Woo!
So
That's
congratulations.
big.
Yeah. That fight goes from real stupid to real fun on Mythic.
Right on.
So congratulations to all of our raid teams on their new kills and their sweet loot. Going over to the forums, we got a couple items here. Our friend Echelon wanted to pass along that Facepole's now 11 of 13 heroic. They are also looking for DPS and healers, bonus points if you do both well. And I'm really excited about this one. Wicked Della from Just Wipe It passes along our first ever epic rating story.
Ooh!
Epic rating story? Okay.
Yeah, here we go. The members of Just Wipe It had an epic heroic Iron Reaver kill Thursday night. After 5 wipes on our first team night against Heroic Reaver, with everyone a bag of bones on the ground except 1 tank, 1 healer, and 1 hunter, with Reaver at 7% health and not a battle res in sight for 5 minutes, the last 3 standing pulled off a fantastic kill. Reaver dropped like a sack of potatoes and the Mumble channel went crazy. Huge shout out to the team's main tank, Attack and Heal, and our friends Dream Angel and Tracker for taking down Reaver in the clutch moments of the fight. And congratulations to the rest of the team for surfing the waves to our first heroic Cormrock kill on the same night, making us 3 of 13 heroic.
Way to go, guys! That's
Wow.
an awesome story.
That is awesome, and that is exactly what I want the forums to be used for. Give me more epic stories. That was amazing.
So there you go, Jack. Jack of Skulls in the chat room was asking, oh, we could send in stories? That's what this guy wants. Send us in those great stories. There's nothing. Is there anything more fun in raiding than your whole team being down and 1, 2, 3 people pulling off that last second kill? Oh, love it.
I remember back to the the second coming of Naxxramas back in Wrath, in my little friends and family casual guild. We took a group into 25 man, and we went to who was it? Hygen the Unclean, the guy you have to do the little safety dance on. And everyone died except for me, a healer, and a hunter, and we did probably 85% of that fight, just the three of us, and we made everyone else sit there and watch. Because that fight didn't have an enrage timer.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was good stuff. Good times. So I got a few announcements real quick before I get out of here. Keep an eye on my Twitter feed at Nate_CTR. There's going to be some announcements coming out, including a rating open forum that I've been threatening doing for a very long time.
Woohoo!
We're finally going to do that. I just don't know when yet. I got to talk to my team, and we're going to brainstorm some ideas, and we'll get that to you as soon as we can. And possibly some opportunities for you, yes, you, to help the guild. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Guys, BlizzCon's 26 days away.
What?
Holy crap. Where did this year go?
Wow. That's just a little over 3 weeks, man.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But what that means is the Well Played Party is coming up as well. You formerly knew this party as the Smash Bash and the Convert to Raid Party before that. It's now the Well Played Party this year. You've heard us plug it a bajillion times. Jules wanted me to pass along that we're looking for volunteers. So if you're going to be at the con and you want to help out in the party, shoot Jules an email at wellplayedparty@gmail.com and let her know. We're looking for people for door teams, people for merch, people for floor managers, a few other roles that we probably have that I don't know anything about. And it's not going to be an all-night investment of your time. Might just be 30 minutes. But we just need some bodies to help out with just organizing it to make sure everything runs smoothly for the night. It'll be a great time. If you want more information about the party, go to wellplayedparty.com, and we hope to see you there, either in person or on the live stream.
Woohoo!
Okay, can you say just one more time how people can volunteer?
Email wellplayedparty@gmail.com.
That's wellplayedparty@gmail.com. Wellplayedparty@gmail.com. Your source for all emailing volunteer needs.
Firebane in the chat room says they're going to be there in a top hat. Says look for me in a top hat at the party. Many people will be wearing all kinds of clothes. Look at many kilts.
Hopefully everyone will be wearing clothes at the party.
Yeah. That's
Jack of Skulls is going to get a floppy Gandalf hat. Lots and lots of kilts are happening. I'm going to be wearing a Well Played Party staff bowling shirt.
Ooh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I would wear the paladin robe, but it's a little warm.
Can we not talk you into a kilt, Nate? Has that ship already sailed?
That ship is gone. That ship's not happening.
All right. Maybe next year.
Maybe. Before I get out of here, I want to give a personal shout out. And I want to give a personal shout out to my raid team, Stoic. And I know Penny and Kalari, and I think Venny is in the chat room, and I don't know if there's anybody else from the team that's here. Thanks for coming out tonight, guys. I've been going through kind of a rough time personally for the last few months, and especially the last few weeks. And raid night is kind of some of the only nights a week that I kind of feel even remotely close to okay for a few hours. So I just want to say thank you to my team for being an awesome group of people.
That's Nate. I want to let you know you're not the only one that feels that way, man. Raid night and our teams here, it's amazing the community and what just having that normalcy of that raid night, and that same group of friends around you can really do for you. So slash hugs to you, my friend.
Yep. Slash hugs to you as well, and to everybody else. Keep being awesome, guys. It's what makes this community great.
Right on. Well, with that, I think that's going to do it for Nate tonight. Nate, you got anything else for us, brother?
I got nothing else. We got one more show before BlizzCon.
One more. One more.
right.
That's
One more.
it.
Well, I will see you guys in 2 weeks. You guys take care. Raid well.
Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful
Bye,
night.
Nate. All the hearts to Nate.
All right. So I think that brings us to
Arts.
the lovely Miss Tour Arts. Give me just a second. Let's get her in here. And Tour Arts.
Oh, there's some love going on in the chat room right now.
Yeah, there's
Thanks for that, Firebane.
Yeah, there's. You're not alone there, Nate. And I know you know that, brother.
This community has been
Yeah.
around for a while now, and that's the reason why.
Oh, hey, wrong Tour Arts.
I can
guys.
hear her. Hey, Turart. I heard you
Hey.
sipping on the tea tonight.
I am. He'll be in the frame in a
Lady.
second. I have a 3-year-old who doesn't know that I know that he's in the room yet, so he's edging ever closer. He thinks I don't know he exists, so bedtime was 2 hours ago and I'm losing right now, but that's okay. It's okay. Being a mom is.
Losing.
I'm losing epically. Yeah, see, there's a little head. He
I
still
see
doesn't
him.
know I know. So I was gonna message you this morning, Sal, because I'm like, it's the Berzerker episode. I can't go on, after him. I can't. But I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be good, but I can do this. I got this. And then he comes on and is
Thank you.
epic, and drops this bomb of epicness, and I'm like, crap. I should have told I need to go on first because it sucks. But no, he did awesome. Good job. And then, Nate was a nice buffer in there. Did good. But yeah. So let's see if I can try and do something with this. I do see you. Hi. So he was poking me. This is my son. Hi. As far as guild stuff goes, the week after BlizzCon, we will be doing our first 101, and it will be a gold making one, which I know that seems like it's a long way away, but that's only 24 days. Maybe 27. Hi, yeah. So we'll be doing that. And then all of my event planners that have applied, you have an email. If you are still interested, respond back to me so I can get you on board. We'd love to have you. And finally, I am looking at ways to kind of help give back to the guild. And I brainstormed with Nate a bit last night, kind of talking about things we can do with guild banks, that sort of stuff. And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to try it out. If it fails, all well, is a fishing tournament to stock up on healing pots in the guild and to stock up on food in the guild. So we're going to do that. And we'll see how it goes. So that'll be Sunday. I'll post it on the calendar tonight or tomorrow about time and stuff. And he's just loving seeing you guys. Yeah, hot. Yeah, hot. He thinks one of you's hot, so take it for what it's worth, whichever one you want.
Thank you, little man.
But yeah, so that's all I got right now. If you want to be an event planner, ctrguildevents@gmail.com. If you have ideas for 101, ctrguildevents@gmail.com. Otherwise, just, help out guildies. It's fun. It's exciting. Even if it's something silly like with an achievement or you think they should know, but they don't. Just lend a hand. That's my message for the next 2 weeks. Lend a hand to someone. And then tell us all the awesome stuff because we'd love to hear about it. I think that's it. That's everything. Is that it? Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for coming again, Terrart.
Yep.
Thanks for all you do.
Yeah, and much love to Nate. Much love.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right, we'll
Thank
see
you so
you
much, T. Have a great
Say
night. We
bye.
will see you in 2 weeks.
Say bye. There we go. Bye.
Waving. Let's see. See, there's a happy baby there, and there's an unhappy baby downstairs where I am at. So we should.
I can't
Let's
hear
see.
him at all.
Good. I'm glad, because that's great. So, you see this next part, Cuddles?
I see this next part. We are going to do a wonderful, fun part of the show. You guys have been here before. You know about it. It's the chat room shout-outs. So, chat room, go ahead and get your shout-outs in here.
That's right.
While they're doing that, Sal, you got some shout-outs
So
somewhere
for
else.
your regular shout-outs, you can tweet us. Tweet us at the show. You can also go to our forum page. We get people do that all the time. Today we got one. So From the Ashes is looking for any class and has now downed normal and achievements in 6 out of 13 heroic. Okay, they raid Monday night, 7 server, and will pay in coppers. So, From the Ashes, look for them on the forum. We're still getting those shout-outs, those chat room shout-outs. We'll get a few tonight. So while we're waiting on them to come in, Cuddles, do you have any shout-outs?
I do. I have a couple shout-outs here. First and foremost, to everybody in the guild. I mentioned it before, but for those that follow me on Twitter, for those that catch me over on another podcast, I talked about it a little bit, and the response from the guild has been nothing but positive, supportive. Jules and Marconin actually talked about exactly what I was going through on their last podcast. And that and their little crew and everyone in CTR has been amazing, wonderful, and incredible. Really helped me through a tough time. And with that, a little bit of a shout out to Nate. Nate, you're not alone, man. We're all here. It's not just your raid team, man. You ever need anything, we're all around, sir. So that does it for shout outs for me. You got any shout outs, Sal?
I do. I want to shout out to all my people in the Dungeon Boss GroupMe channel. A bunch of us are playing Dungeon Boss. This is a really cool, like, Android, iOS, iPad type game. And it's actually fun, and you do dungeons, and you have to level up your characters, and you get your different, like, healers and tanks, and it's kind of complicated and good, and we've got a bunch of people that play it, and they're guildies.
Well,
So
I've heard that that's
rad.
not quite as cool as Jungle Heat, though.
You know what? Jungle Heat can burn.
It's just did it just get real?
It's about to get real.
Oh, jeez.
You know, Belschnickel isn't here, so I can make fun of him.
Sorry, it's not gonna get real.
Okay, so you want to read the chat room shout-outs?
I can read the chat room shout-outs. I've been working on my reading skills. They're getting better. So we're going to give this a go. First and foremost, from Jack of Skulls, shout out to my car for bearing me hundreds of miles without breaking down and getting me home in time to watch The Converted.
Aw.
Also, big shout out from him to Facepull, but everybody already knows that. Killpenny has a shout out to Team Stoic and all the pugs we have been using for the past few weeks to fill to 20 so we could get into Mythic.
Nice.
Love the CTR helping out. That's beautiful to hear about. From Errata CTR, much love to Stoic for giving me a home. Nate just about broke my heart, telling me welcome home, Raider. Aw, special little words. And a shout out from Firebane. I'm not sure how this works. However, you did. However, I would like to give a shout out to Cuddles. Hearing your optimistic view on WoW and this community has been so refreshing. For that, I thank you. Oh, thank you for that. Make me cry.
Okay, well, let's wrap this up, Cuddles, my friend.
All right. If you are listening to the show on iTunes or Stitcher, take a few moments to give us a thumbs up or write us a review. Tell us how we're doing. We'll even give you a shout out on this show. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, leave us a comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to join us live, look us up on twitch.tv/convertedpodcast. Sal, now what if they want to be on the show? What can they do?
If you want to be on the show, you can email us. Now, first of all, I want to say that Hawkeye and Dr. Pope, I've gotten your emails, and we'll figure it out. It's just that everything leading up to BlizzCon is kind of crazy. So, yes, it's going to happen. But if you do want to be on the show, go ahead and email us at convertedpodcast@gmail.com. That is convertedpodcast@gmail.com, and we will hook it up. We got one more show before BlizzCon, and then it's BlizzCon!
Wow, that was... Yeah, we did that. All right.
Well, Cuddles, it's been fun.
It's been great. You're on a floor. This is great.
I am sitting on the floor, my back hurts, and I'm ready to stand up and not
Well-
be sitting on the floor anymore.
Well, with that, guys, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Everyone have a great night.
You can follow us on Twitter at converted_CTR.
And be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast.
Also, follow us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast, and join us live every other Monday at 7 p.m. server.
You can follow me at summer_sal
Cuddles at mullet863.
and Belschnickel at BelschnickelCTR.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.